Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome to a game called Equilinox. This game has been out for a couple of weeks now, but you guys actually brought it to my attention, and I am super glad that you did. This game was all put together by a one-man team over the course of about 3 years, I believe, so you know that a lot of love and attention has gone into this thing. The main idea is that we're going to be crafting our own ecosystems, our own biomes basically, using all different sorts of plants and animals. It reminds me a little bit of the old tidal ecology games, and if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you probably remember those. But I am super excited to get started. I can't wait to see what sort of things we can discover in Equilinox. So this is going to be my very first game. We'll go ahead and start up a new world here. And as for a name, why don't we call this the Mew Meadows? That seems like a nice peaceful name for our very first world. We can choose water options and terrain options too, but we might as well just keep those at normal. Might as well keep it normal until we know the basics of the game, I guess. Is this our world already? Welcome to Equilinox. Click the flashing task tab and follow the first task to get started. Oh, look at this place. It looks pretty bare though, kind of like just a giant mound of dirt. I guess that's where our influence comes in though, so let's see what our first task is. Watching the grass grow. To begin a new ecosystem, start by planting some simple grass. Click on the grass in the plant shop and then place some seeds into the world. After a few seconds, the grass will grow to its full size. While you wait, you can select the grass in the world by clicking on it to see its current stats and other options. So there's actually going to be stats for grass too? Interesting. This must be the plant shop? Yep, it looks like we can buy our very first little grass tuft here. So we can put it just anywhere, right? Maybe right by the water then? We'll go ahead and start our first ecosystem near the streams. That way our animals will have somewhere to drink. There we go. It looks like the seeds are starting to grow now. I wonder if maybe we should place down a couple more. That should probably help us spread faster. Oh yeah, look at that. Seeds are popping up everywhere now. It's even starting to get a little bit greener. Oh, that's really cool. It is supposedly using points, right? This DP stuff. So we probably don't want to spend too much on the grass. It looks like we may have completed that one. Well, let's claim our rewards. It'll unlock the daisy for us and the flower power task. So does that mean that we can grow flowers next? Time to add some color into the world. Buy a flower from the flower shop and plant it. Plants in Equilinox slowly spread over the local area, so soon enough you'll have a small patch of grass and flowers. No need to buy more, they'll reproduce on their own. Alright, so we probably didn't have to worry about buying so much grass either, but now we know. So we can just place down one of these little flowers. Oh, it looks like certain biomes are suited to certain flowers more. So this area is only up to 78% right now, but I'll bet as more of the grass grows, it'll probably be even better. Yeah, those greener areas seem to be more suited to it. I guess if we planted it way out here, it probably wouldn't grow at all. So let's go ahead and put down our first daisy right in the middle. There it is. It's looking pretty tiny, but I'm sure in no time it's going to take over this land. So do we just wait for all of this to grow now? It looks like all of our grass has grown at least. I think I did see a little fast forward button down the bottom of the screen, so I wonder if we click this if it'll happen a bit sooner. Well, it is definitely taking its sweet time. Maybe if we click on the daisy, we'll learn a little bit more about it too. It did say that these plants are going to have their own stats. Yeah, it has some health, and it seems to be going down. Oh, I wonder if that's because it's getting a little bit too old. Its life expectancy is only about 4 hours, and it is about halfway through its life. Oh, did it grow? It did get a little bit bigger. I wonder if that's how big it needs to be. Let's see. 1 fully grown daisy. So that's one thing off of our list. And here's the 2 others that we'll need to complete the task entirely. Excellent. So what are all these other tabs? Is that a family tree? Oh, you know, I do remember reading that we can actually mutate these things into different species. I wonder if that's what this is. Tulips, buttercups, and pansies. Well, I'm sure they'll explain it eventually as we get further into the game. There's the flower power quest complete. So now we're on to my first tree. You'll notice that the terrain has turned green, and this is because the grass and daisies have created grassland's biome. Different species like living in different biomes, and you can check their preferences in the species info panel. Grow a tree in the new grassland biome at a suitable altitude for this task. So just like the daisies preferred the areas that were greener, it sounds like the oak trees want a specific altitude to truly thrive. So hopefully we picked a good location for our very first grasslands biome. Let's see what they prefer. Ooh, this is actually really good. The altitude factor is great and the suitable biome is at 100%. So let's go ahead and plop down this thing right by the waterside too. This is actually going to be a pretty tranquil place in all honesty. We'll have the oak tree growing right next to the stream, so if we have any little animals wandering around, they could come to the waterside to bask in the shade. I'd imagine that a tree is probably going to take much longer to grow though, so this is probably going to be the longest task yet. Well, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and check out the other tabs too. This one seems to control the color of the plant somehow. It's not something that we can change, but I wonder if through selective breeding we'd be able to unlock more options. And the growth rate is actually increased too. Growth is affected by how well the plant or animal is suited to its environment. So it's actually growing a little bit faster than it would have if we planted it anywhere else. Oh, there it goes. Growing nice and strong. I wonder if maybe we should pop down a few more too. It actually doesn't really seem like the grass is spreading as much anymore either, so maybe we want to change that before everything ends up dying off. And what's this tab right here? This must be for moving it or removing it, so it's good to know that we can do that too. And we could even get a little bit more information about this thing as well. Maybe if we were having trouble getting it to grow. Ooh, task complete. So it looks like it grew enough. Not quite the big majestic oak tree that I was expecting to give our creatures shade, but I'm sure it's still in the midst of growing. So let's claim our rewards. Ooh, that actually unlocks the sheep. Our very first animal. Oh, I definitely want some little sheep in here. Time for some animals. Create a herd of sheep and ensure that they are satisfied with their environment and have enough to eat. Information about their preferred surroundings and diet can be found in the species information panel. I think that's what we found just a moment ago. Healthy, happy animals provide you with a regular income of DP. So we need 3 sheep in the world with an environmental satisfaction of over 75%. Well, that can't be too hard. Sheep are probably pretty easy to take care of, right? We'll just have to make sure they have plenty of grass over here. So let's see. Oh, look at all of the animals that we can unlock. Deer and hares, warthogs. Oh, they look so cute. Even a little fox. Oh, yes. I don't see any cats on the list, but I am still definitely looking forward to unlocking those foxes in the future. So let's go ahead and place down some sheep. It looks like this place isn't quite suitable enough to support too many of these, but I suppose we could work on it as we go. So let's at least place down one of them right now, and we'll see if we can improve his living arrangements. I think he's definitely going to want a little bit more grass. In fact, I'm not sure if it's just the lighting around here, or if maybe the grass is truly starting to die off. It sure doesn't look as green as it used to around here. Maybe if we click on the sheep and open up that panel. Oh my gosh, they have names. Missy the sheep. Oh, that is too cute. You are adorable, Missy. So this cute, fluffy animal loves to spend its time roaming around and eating grass, or fruit if it can find any. The sheep also likes to sleep at night and is often hunted by predators. This is one of the most basic creatures in Equilinox. Alright, so maybe the habitat panel? It likes grasslands, forests, snows, and swamps. And it definitely likes trees. So I wonder if maybe adding a few more of these oak trees would do the trick? Oh my gosh, and it looks like one of the trees has actually spawned a brand new one, so those are spreading already too. I don't know, do you think our sheep is happier now? It looks pretty pleased with its environment. Why don't we go ahead and throw a couple more sheep in the mix then? Maybe it would be happier if it had some friends to play around with. Oh, I didn't realize that she was growing up too. Oh, Missy is going to be like the little mother sheep to all of our babies. We have a Major and we have Curly. Oh, Curly the sheep might be the cutest one yet. Look at them. They are having the time of their lives. It almost looks like some of them are getting darker. Missy has definitely turned into a bit of a black sheep, and I think that Curly is as well. Oh no, they're not quite as happy with their living arrangements, are they? Maybe it's time for us to place down some more grass? I did notice that they were actually eating up these grass tufts, so it might just be that there's not enough food to go around. We'll spread a whole bunch more here. Do you think we should place down another oak tree? We don't have very many other trees to work with at the moment. Yeah, let's go ahead and place another oak tree, maybe right about here. It's kind of going to make a little forest in this area soon enough. I think we had a couple other tasks to take a look at too. We have Sheepish, and we also have a grass task. And it looks like they want us to have a lot more grass in this world than what we have right now. 50 grass tufts. So we're not going to place down every single one of those. It seems like they pop up pretty quickly. Oh, and there's another task for genetic modification. They want us to make the light blue daisy. When you select a plant in the world, you can see its current traits in the Traits tab. When the plant breeds, those traits get passed on to its offspring with slight variations. Clicking the Selective Breed option allows you to modify the traits that get passed on. Use this to create a stylish blue version of the daisy flower. And in the process, we have finished our sheep task. Oh my gosh, no way! Little baby sheep. Oh, who are your parents, little one? What's your name? Walter. Walter the sheep. And he's following his parent? So Missy must have actually given birth to Walter the sheep. That is too cute. And it's another little black sheep too. Well, let's go ahead and collect the rewards from that task. Got a little bit distracted with the baby sheep. But that unlocks the birch tree as well. Ooh, I wonder if the sheep might like the birch trees a little bit more. If we did unlock it through their quest, then I wouldn't be surprised. Before we take a look at the birch tree though, I did want to click on one of our little daisies. Oh, this one is one of our super old ones, I think. It looks like that'll be passing away. So let's go to one of the newer daisies if we can. I believe we had to go to this tab, because that's where the selective breeding is. Alright, so it allows us to adjust both the size, the color, and the edibility. So if we change it from the natural color to the light blue color, does that mean that eventually it's going to start spreading these light blue daisies around the world? I wonder if we need to select a couple more with the same settings. Maybe this one right next to it, just to make sure that it works. We'll go ahead and make this light blue too. And I guess eventually we'll see all sorts of little blue daisies popping up around the world. Oh, our little sheep family couldn't be any more adorable. Look at them all frolicking around here. A strange daisy has been born with an unusual mutation. So it looks like it may have worked. It must be one of these little seeds. This one's a grass tuft, but I don't see any daisies around here. I'm sure once it grows a bit larger, it'll be easier for us to pick out. Oh wow! It looks like our plants are actually spreading beyond this tiny little valley now. There's actually oak trees sprouting up on top of the mountains too. I guess that's why our sheep are starting to spread out a little bit more, and it definitely looks like they're doing better than they were before. Yeah, our little sheep are pretty happy with their living arrangements now. So let's take a look at that birch tree that we unlocked. Yeah, this big thing. We might as well place down at least one of these. It looks like it has generally the same sort of environment needs as the oak trees. Maybe we could even start a birch forest somewhere else? Maybe right along the outskirts here, but that does mean that we'll need to place down some more of these grass tufts to help the grassland spread. We'll throw some way back here. Maybe a couple along the edges of the waterside too. Oh, and is that our blue daisy? I think it might just be. In fact, it looks like a couple of these blue daisies have popped up. Oh, those are super pretty. I'm sure they'll look even better in the daytime too when we can get a better look. Oh, it looks like some of our sheep are fast asleep. Counting sheep in the Mew meadows of our dreams. So if we can mutate different colors of plants, I wonder if that means that we can do the same for the sheep as well. Now that we know what to click, let's see what sort of options there are for Missy right here. Oh, and it looks like we completed our task for grass as well. Well, we might as well grab the rewards for that too. That actually unlocks stones for us, and something about the wheat breeder. I wonder if maybe we can essentially mutate the wheat from the grass. But first, Missy, we were going to take a look at your color. Yeah, so she has that blackish color. Oh, look at all the colors on this list. And some of them are mighty expensive too. A red sheep, a cyan sheep. Those would be pretty gorgeous. Oh, Missy. Oh no. It looks like she's not doing so well. Is it because there's too many sheep? It says population density is high, and that might be causing her to feel a little bit stressed. It's definitely not a good thing, and she's sleeping the day away too. Probably because she's a bit of an older sheep though. It seems like her life expectancy is coming to an end. Well, we do kind of have quite a few sheep hopping around this place. Look at all these little baby sheep following her now. Did they just knock down the tree? Hey now. No roughhousing in the forest. Gosh, no wonder Missy's feeling a little bit stressed. If her babies are that strong that they can knock down a tree. I wonder if perhaps it had just gotten a little bit too old though. Thank goodness we still have plenty of other little baby trees growing in the meantime. Well, let's go ahead and see what's next on the list. Because if we don't want all of these sheep to eat every last one of these little tufts of grass, I think we're going to need to unlock some predators pretty soon. Our light blue daisy population is only at 1 now. I wonder if maybe the 2 that we altered have withered away, or maybe the others just haven't grown yet? Because we definitely have more than just 1 light blue daisy. Well, I'm sure that will unlock eventually then. We have the wheat breeder quest, we have the grassy plains, and also control a sheep. You can take control of animals and move them around if you wish. Click on a sheep, go to the Actions tab, and select the Take Control option. Check the Controls tab information for how to control the animal's behavior. It wants us to take control of a sheep and bob with them? Well, don't mind if I do, and there's our daisies after all. So is Missy still kicking around? We have Fluffy over here. We have Curly. Oh no, I think Missy may have passed away. She was getting pretty old. Well, let's take control of Curly then. Curly, way up on top of the hill. Let's take you home, little guy. We can take control. Can we actually move around as him? Oh my gosh, there he goes. Oh, that is so cute. Now the only question is, how do we make noise? Oh, Curly. Oh no, we killed him. Oh, Curly, it was too much. And you've left your little baby an orphan. Oh, this poor little guy, he's looking around so confused. Elliot, the orphan sheep. Surely somebody will take you in, Elliot. We have enough mother sheep around here to take care of you. Well, we might as well control Elliot then. We can take control of him too. Have him frolic in the fields with the other babies. Ah, there we go. It's the E key to make noise. So 1 little ba should be enough to unlock us our next quest, which is apparently going to be the Mushroom Mastery task. Alright. So maybe next time we dive into the game, we can take a look at the mushrooms. And the rocks too. We have button mushrooms, we have those birch trees still, brown rocks and stones. Oh, there is so much that we can place down in this game. So much to make this world feel a little bit more unique. I think we definitely have to do some work on the grassland still. The oak trees are kind of starting to fade away. And it would be nice to work on the health of our sheep before we get too far ahead of ourselves. I think it's just because there are too many sheep in the area though, that population density really seems to be wearing down on them. So maybe all it's going to take is a little fox to even the score. So let me know if this is something that you guys would like to see more of on my channel, because I would love to keep playing this and unlock some more of these cute little animals. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!